Alright, so let's see what we did here. So this was, once again, previously a PSA 9. It came back in SGC 4. So we're going to take a look to see if there's damage that was incurred or if we just missed something. So here's the Boggs. Let's check it out. So once again, PSA 9. I thought it would likely drop a grade before we sent it in, and we'll talk about why as we get through it. So you can see first corner's pretty decent shape there. Nothing too bad at all. Shape is good. All the gloss is there. But we scroll over to the right, you see on top edge there's slight chipping. Common, but not forgiven. Here's more chipping. Then the right side, slight corner wear. You can see it's a little bit grayish tint. That means the stock loss is there as far as card stock on the top. I should say it like that. But going down right edge actually looks pretty good. Then we got the bottom right corner here. Same thing, slightly rounded, but not bad. Most of the gloss is still there, so I'd say a slight roundness. Little minor chipping on the bottom edge as well. And this is kind of why we thought when we sent it into SGC, it'd drop a grade. And I know there was a comment wondering why you'd do that. Because sometimes it's just experiment. Plus, you don't want to really... I guess this is kind of a low-risk card to begin with. I mean, these cards aren't worth a ton of money in 9s, 8s. At least not the Boggs. But the edge is good, too. So, we can see there's no real issues as far as that goes. Just the normal stuff, not to warrant a 4. Go through the surface, kind of look for wrinkles and such. I would tell you, slight scratches on this. You can see a little scratch right there, a little circular kind of shape forming over there. But that's a light scratch. And like no creases and wrinkles on this particular card that we're catching at all either. That's what I'm looking for typically when something comes back a 4, whether it's or 5 or even 6 from PSA at least most of the time. This first time, like I said, we kind of experienced something like this with SGC. So I don't see any kind of damage there as far as the card goes. No wrinkles, no creases, not even in various lighting. Backside, we'll double check here. Very nice corner there. It's compressed backside, so usually that's very forgiving because it pretty much hides everything. Makes everything look really nice. There you go again. And there's that. So this ended up as a SGC 4 somehow. And we still can't really figure out why. I'm going to try and use, let's say I'm going to use different lighting for you guys. Let's try the black light. Sometimes the black light will bring things out. Let's check it out though. Black light will basically show a negative effect, obviously, as you can see. So you can see it's very good. It will bring out creases. It will bring out kind of like any kind of different lighting patterns and stuff so that you guys can ultimately just see what's going on with the card. And I would tell you that it's pretty damn clean. And you want to also take the black light for granted because sometimes on certain cards with gloss it will just make it look terrible. Like you can see the bottom right here. So that's just stock indifference. That's not why they were grading it a 4 though, because we've done enough of these cards. Most of these vintage cards have little spots like that. So very interesting as far as that goes. Still not to warrant enough 4. So I could tell you, big question mark on the Boggs, as I cannot tell you guys a single reason why this came back a 4. It should be an 8, realistically speaking, based on data, not how I feel about it. It's just you saw the edges, you saw the corners, you saw a little bit of the surface, not too much, but very minor issues, but near mint. So this one I would say WTF. Next one's the Rickey Henderson. This one was a PSA 8, and it came back a 3. So 3, like I said, I've seen plenty of 3s when we do like 50s and 60s cards, so there's a lot of reference there, but that corner, you can see a little bit of wear, also roundness, very minor edge issues. Same corner here, you got some wear coming down, more edge issues. This one I thought would drop to a 6, 7. Plenty of chipping there, plenty of chipping, plenty of chipping. And this wasn't a PSA 8. And you can only go by data, so you take the motion out of it, which is easy because these are not my cards. But at the same time, it's just one of those things. As far as wrinkles go, I don't see any wrinkles or creases on the card either. That's what we're looking for. There would be something super obvious for a 3, because usually 3 there's a crease or wrinkle, and I cannot spot any of these. I'm looking through a bunch of different lighting too. You guys get my screen. I have my lab. Corners, back looks really good as far as that goes. Same thing as the compressed side. Even though it's got a blue border, it's compressed enough to where it hides everything. Like that corner's got a little touch of white maybe. And also very nice. I don't see any creases or lines across the front or the back of the card. And you guys see the edges and corners already. Surface-wise, let's go through once again. Nice and flat. And wrinkles and creases show up pretty easily, especially under the scope. Looking for basically imperfection in surface levels. The light will kind of reflect funky. Like a whole river will show as far as that goes, but I don't know what to tell you guys. This is very interesting. There's no discoloration either. The card's very, very vibrant, but not enough to give it a 4. This one should, once again, I still stick to it. I believe it's a 6-7. More likely a 7 side, but we got a SGC 3. That was a PSA 8. Who do you guys think was a little bit more accurate on that based on that? Let me know. It'd be interesting. This is a very interesting topic. I typically don't do these types of videos just because I try to stay out of the drama. But at the same time, though, it's probably important to know. Once again, graded with the SGC for a very long time. They've always been at least very consistent to their data. This is the first time where you kind of had head scratchers. So I don't think it's a sign of things to come. I just think something might have happened as far as, who knows, maybe pushed the wrong letter or number on the keys. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what you think. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up, frostyfeetcards@gmail.com.